welcome back to the vlog. So today we're just gonna talk about our first week home with Grayson, and then I'm gonna share with you my postpartum experience and how I'm doing now.
While we're feeding Grayson.
Feeding Grayson.
Okay, so when we brought Grayson home, it was July 11th, around like 6 o'clock, right? 5:30. We left really fast. We left 24 hours after we got admitted in, just because Kylee felt fine, so we were just like, okay, let's just go home. And it wasn't really like, at least for me, all they gave me was a chair, and it wasn't exactly comfortable, so like, I was over it and she was ready to go home, and she felt good enough to go home, so we ended up going home. And the first full week with Grayson home was totally a change in the sense of like everything, like you feel like you have everything before, and then when the baby comes, and then you're like, do we actually have everything? And that's when you can find out if you actually have everything you like want or need or whatever it is for the kid. But for us, we got lucky. Her mom came. We picked up her mom on the way back from the hospital just so she could help us with the first couple nights and getting used to it and getting comfortable. But it was we got really lucky. Grayson was a really easy, as far as what I can.
Very easy baby.
Yeah, I mean, still now she's really easy, but it was really easy. I mean, it wasn't anything super complicated except for like the first week where they mostly sleep the whole time.
Yeah.
She didn't really start being awake until like a couple weeks after we brought her home, but like it wasn't anything crazy. Like the first week was slow, and just like we didn't go anywhere. We just stayed inside and just enjoyed like the first moments with her and bonded with her and got to see, I don't know, at least for me, I feel like the first week she changed the most.
Oh yeah.
Because like when they come out, they're swollen, right? They just went through a traumatic experience, and then all of a sudden it's like the world they've never been out before. So like I feel like her changes, like her physical appearance changed a lot.
Yeah, she definitely changed. Like every morning we woke up, she looked different.
Yeah, she looked way different.
And she grew pretty quickly within the first week.
Yeah, she grew really fast. And she doesn't like, she's so long that like even now she's not like she's chubby, but she's not like a super chunky baby just because she's super long. She's really lanky, but yeah, my job. But the first week was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was definitely a change in like, oh, like, this is now, you have to do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like we did very much to begin with, but in the sense of like changing diapers, I'd never changed a diaper until Grayson, but it was easy for me. I mean, I picked it up pretty quick, and then she was just so little that I was always just like, I was always just like nervous about like I'm 6'6" and she's so little and they're so fragile, but like it was just like weird for me at first, like getting used to how little like it was kind of like a dream. Like every morning you'd wake up and be like, oh yeah, I have a kid. like I would feel like, oh yeah, she's right there, like hey. And like every morning you would wake up, she's the funniest baby. She'll wake up before us and she'll just be like,
yeah, she doesn't really cry in the
just
morning.
Just look at you.
She just kind of patiently waits till we join her. And if it's taking a little too long, then she'll start talking.
Yeah. She doesn't really cry, she just babbles until we wake up. But I mean, she goes to bed, and then she goes to bed like what, 10?
Yeah, 10:30, 11.
And will sleep through the night, and then when she wakes up, once we hear babble, then we get up. I mean, she's done that from the beginning. She didn't wake up crying in the middle of the night like that. She pretty much slept right through. She pretty much slept right through the night.
She did.
She maybe had a couple nights, like sporadically, that she didn't sleep through the night, but it was like because she pooped and she needed nap change. But like other than that,
or it's because she had a really long nap during the day.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a nice burp.
But yeah, the first week was fun and interesting. A lot of changes, and like you change your perspective on a lot of things. Like I don't know, like it was fun though. I had a lot of fun learning, different things that they forcibly make you learn just by their presence. Yeah. I think the only scary part for me about the first week was she had really bad, like she was really hoarse, like, and I know like the fluid will make it sound like that when they breathe, but it was like extremely bad, and she'd be like
yeah, she had to like, it wasn't wheezing, but especially when she cried, like her chest would concave, yeah, it would just like collapse.
Yeah.
And we took her to a specialist and they put a little camera up her nose. That was so hard. Oh my god. Everything came back fine. I forgot the term for it, but it's something she'll grow out of by the time she's 2, and it's already gotten way better. Like you don't really hear it as much anymore.
Yeah, her chest doesn't concave in when she cries, or she doesn't wheeze like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it was really bad at the beginning though, and that was nerve-wracking, but when they did all the tests and she was getting good oxygen and they told us that she would just grow out of it, it was like, okay, nothing we can do about it. She'll get out of it. So I feel like our first week wasn't too crazy.
I feel like if my mom wasn't there, it would have been a little hectic, just because.
Yeah, she really helped with keeping the house like clean and like all that. Because that was helpful, because like having no baby and cleaning the house and doing all that is like easy, you know what I mean? There's nothing to look after, but then your first time home, you definitely need someone there to help you with everything, and that was super helpful.
Very.
But now it's like, we got it unlocked.
Yeah.
Like we figured it out.
We've kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
As best as we can. Like there's definitely days where like, if you miss just a couple days of cleaning, then suddenly it's like, oh wow, the house is atrocious.
Yeah.
Like it's easier now that like you can sit her down somewhere and she'll keep herself entertained for a couple hours and you can get stuff done, but prior to that, you would have to clean something real quick, then rush to her because she's crying and feed her, make sure her, or fix her binky or whatever, then go back, try to finish it up, and then come back to like make sure she's good. But now it's a lot easier. She'll kind of.
Yeah, she'll entertain herself. She has this little rattle that she loves,
yeah,
that she just shakes and throws at you, and.
Or you just put her in the stroller, wheel her around with you, and she'll watch you do whatever it is that you're doing, and she loves it.
Yeah, she's a very, very alert baby. She's very aware of everything around her, and if you're talking, then she's just like looking at you, because it's like, oh, they're talking to me. Yeah. It's like, even if you're not talking to her, she wants to be involved in
She wants
everything.
to be involved in everything. Like if we have family over and she takes a nap, she'll wake up after like, it depends on how deep of a sleep she's in. If she's in a really deep sleep, then nothing can wake her up. But she'll sleep for like maybe 10 minutes and be like, all right, where's the party at? Like I'm here, let me be a part of it.
Yeah, she's definitely loves the attention, which is good. She's fun. She's a funny baby. She's a happy, smiley, farting, tooting, burping machine. She's tired.
Yeah, she's tired.
She's really tired.
She napped a little bit today, but not a really long nap, huh? It was like a 30-minute nap. That was like a little cat nap. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Our week was pretty good. We enjoyed it our first week. It was a lot of, like, there was definitely nerves, I think, because you're just like unsure of things because you've never done it, but other than that, I think it was a big learning curve for even your relationship.
Yeah.
Things change. Not as drastic as people, I feel like people make it sound like your whole, like everything's gonna change like that. I mean, and it does in a sense, but not quite. I feel like if you don't allow yourself to be held back by certain things, like when we travel, it's not, oh no, we can't go there. It's just, now we gotta pack an extra bag. It's like, now we have more luggage, that's all. Nothing like, oh, we can't go there because this. It's like, no, we'll just bring her and do that.
I'll be 4 months postpartum on the 10th of November. So far, I feel back to myself, but not fully, if that makes sense. Like, I don't not feel like myself. I feel like a different version of myself. I want to say after the first week and a half, I felt like, okay, I can start doing things again. Like my energy was completely back for the most part.
You had a lot of spurts, like she'd be like 2 hours like just completely wired and then just like crash, yeah.
I just wanted to get back to like feeling like me right away. And like sometimes I'd go to pick something up or move something and I'd feel extremely sore. I'm like, oh no, I still need time to heal. Like I need to take it easy, be, you know, patient with myself and my body, because it did something amazing. So I gotta let it heal. And then dealing with body changes was, and still is, a bit of a challenge. Like I knew I would never necessarily get my pre-baby body back. Like I have my moments where I'm like, oh, I want my body back. I want, you know, my stomach to look like the way it did before. But at the end of the day, I have Grayson. Like my body gave us Grayson. So it's like, at the end of the day, like I wouldn't necessarily change it. So I'm trying to do my best to be happy with where my body's at. It's definitely gotten better. My stomach went down.
And she didn't really have anything bad with her stomach or anything like that, but she was skinny and thin and had that, and you like, and I think that's also something that's overlooked. There's a lot of people like, oh, love your body. It's like, yes, but it's also a hard thing to do when you've only seen it one way for your entire life, and then all of a sudden
it's just like, whose body is this?
Yeah, you look in the mirror and you've never seen that before, so it's like.
And prior to my pregnancy, I was like really small and I wasn't necessarily the healthiest. So being pregnant with Grayson definitely had a very positive effect on my body. I was eating better. I was really taking care of my body the way I should have always taken care of it. And like after I had her, seeing my body in a way that I didn't like, I kind of reverted back to old habits because I so badly just like, I don't know, I just wanted my body to go back to the way it was. When
in reality, that wasn't a healthy default.
Yeah, it wasn't. So I had to retrain my brain to understand like healthier is better. Like strive to be healthy, strive to be strong, not strive to be this image in my head that I think my body should be.
Because Instagram has tarnished.
Yeah, like the whole snapback culture. Like some women do snap back and power to them, like awesome. But like not everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. Like it's everyone's different.
And I would say you snap back as far as she didn't hold on to pregnancy weight like that. I think it's just it pushed your hips out, it widened, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it just changed.
It definitely gave me a little bit of hips, which is something I've wanted since middle school, so you know, that works out. But yeah, like not everyone's gonna snap back, and that is okay. Like your body did something incredible and it's gonna heal when it heals. Just do your best to focus on strengthening your new body. As far as my stomach goes, it definitely slowly flattened out over time, but my core strength is non-existent. And there are certain exercises I have to do to regain that core strength. And like I used to love like working out and doing like sit-ups. I loved my sit-up routine, but my normal sit-up routine will cause me more harm than good. So I have to do different workouts that aren't necessarily fun and super boring, but they'll give me the strength that I want and that I need. After I had Grayson, 8 weeks postpartum, I was stressing out about my abs because they just felt weird, looked different, and I could feel that something was off. And I looked up what that meant, and everywhere was like diastasis recti. And it's basically when your abs don't come all the way back together. And that is very common, which I don't know why that isn't something that's talked about more, because I would have liked to know about that throughout my pregnancy so that I wouldn't have been so like, what is wrong with my body afterwards? I like stressed about that for I don't know how long. I was just like so worked up over it. And then once I went to my doctors to like do the whole checkup to see how my body was going, I asked him, I was like, so do I have it? And so he did the little test with the finger thing test. And I had about like a 2.5 finger separation, and like 2 to 1 finger separation is considered closed, but it just felt off. Like the whatever fibers that like connect your abs together, like around my belly button, it felt like that was just completely kaput. But I did as much research as I could on that to see what type of exercises I could do to kind of repair that.
I feel like that stuff was kind of hard to, like, at least you looking it up was hard to find some stuff on it.
Like, I found a lot of good stuff on it, but I like researched stuff for weeks to see like what exercises are the best for me, what will heal it, what exercises I should avoid, because there are certain exercises that you think is strengthening your abs, but in reality it's just like separating them even more. But
yeah, all your organs are
and
all over the place.
That's one thing I gotta get used to. It's like, in the meantime, while I'm trying to strengthen everything, I feel like my organs are just kind of loosey-goosey and just like, you know, all over the place in there.
Sometimes they move. She'll like roll over in bed.
And they'll hear just like, but yeah, that's been taking some getting used to, and I know over time it'll chill, but it's not necessarily something I love, but I'm learning to love it. I'm trying to love my body for what it is now. And the more I love it and take care of it, the easier it'll be to get to where I want to be.
On social media, like people who say they have a baby and then a day later they're back to, like they have the baby the next day, it's, oh yeah, I'm back to full six pack, and it's like, it's not some, I guess. Like my mom snapped back like that, but not all women do, and I feel like it's like looked down upon, like, and it makes people feel like, oh, if I didn't do that, then I should feel bad about myself, and that's not the case. Like, at least I know for Kylee, like, she gets really invested in something, and like we would talk about it a lot, and just like getting comfortable with, you know, like, okay, that person did, but you didn't, but you are going to. Like, it's just gonna take a little bit more work, and that's fine. Like, and I think that was harder because so many people post about like, oh, here we are.
Yeah, like I feel like no one, I mean, lately I've been seeing like Halsey posted something on their Instagram, and they showed like the realities of postpartum and what some people really go through, and that was really nice to see. Just because it's like, oh, quick, okay, cool. Like, I know I'm not alone, but it's nice to see, like, okay, I'm not alone. You know what I mean? And like,
because a lot of people just edit.
Yeah.
But that's what social media has done. Like, Instagram has made girls or women feel like they need to look like this, and guys too. Like, I was like, oh, if I'm not like this, then I'm not at that standard. And it's like, no, like everyone's a different shape and size, and there's love for everyone out there. And I think
social media just isn't real.
Yeah, social media isn't real.
It's not real.
Someone can look completely different online than they do in person, and I think a lot of things to do with physical appearance have made people feel like insecure about their physical appearance, because they look at this person, they look like this, and the whole comparing is so dangerous mentally with anything. Like, you look at this person, you're like, well, that's what I should be, and it's like, no, like, and money talks. Those people have money to get everything the way they want it to look. That's also the difference. Is if you have a baby and you got $1 million to spend on rehabilitation, you'll probably snap back really fast. Like, there's exercises, there's procedures, and I'm not saying that all those people get procedures or anything. Some are just blessed, and that's just, they get it, and they just have a body that snaps back. But a lot of it is, you know, fixed in a sense.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you do want to get something fixed, like in my opinion, I feel like whatever you want to do for your body, and if that makes you happy and feel more confident, go for it. Do it. Do what you want to do. It's your life.
Because a lot of people just say, oh, well, just be happy with what you got. And it's like, you don't have to be happy with what you got. You can, whatever makes
do what
you
want to
happy.
do for you.
Yeah.
I also feel like we shouldn't shame anyone for not going that route. So we shouldn't shame people for going that route, and we shouldn't shame people for not going that route. We should all just be, or try to be, happy with our bodies at all phases and just take care of it.
Understand that it's a process. I feel like, you know, you're 9 months pregnant, and then you push this baby out, and it changes everything about you. Like, especially for me, watching you go through it and watching all this happen, like, it was such a crazy, it was such a crazy experience for me. Like, you just, like, you have a total different perspective on, like, even your own mom, like, realizing, like, she did that for you. Like, it's like, damn, like, it's a crazy experience, and you can't even, like, you can't really explain it until you are there and in the moment, and it's like, wow, like that's different for a woman's experience, and it obviously would be for mine because I'm just standing there and she's doing all the work. But at least for me, like watching how fast Kylee got back to just everything, like she was what, 2 weeks postpartum, and she's filming something.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
She was 2 weeks. Grayson was 2 weeks old, and she's out here filming stuff, like, and that's just such a crazy, like, you know, call times early in the morning, she's up and she's going with it. And I mean, the whole, like, there's a lot of different things that go into it. Like, she was wearing big diapers and doing all that.
It's definitely not a pretty process, and it wasn't fun. I'm very thankful that I wasn't in much pain. Like, I tore and I only got like 4 stitches maybe, or 2 stitches, really small.
It was a very small.
Yeah, I got very lucky, very small tear, because her shoulder got stuck. So, but
yeah, her right shoulder was stuck and her head was just hanging out, and she was just crying with her head out, and her shoulder stuck, and the doctor spun her the other way, and then he was like spun her back the other way because he couldn't get the shoulder out, so he pulled the other one out, and then he just pushed on her stomach and just boom. And that was when he tore, was when he pulled.
Yeah, I wasn't in as much pain as I anticipated. So I think that's why, like, it was easier for me to start, like, moving and grooving. I was sore, don't get me wrong, but mentally I was, like, prepared to just jump back into, like, my everyday life and just get going.
And I feel like people made it sound, like, at least for, like, even, like, my side of stuff, like, people made it sound like I was gonna be, like in for a freaking roller coaster ride of this is gonna be so, like, so much. And honestly, you can't really listen to other people because
everyone's different. Every baby is different. Everyone's postpartum experience is different.
And everyone reacts to it differently. Like, we're both really laid back people, so it wasn't like, oh, please go do it. You go do it. It's your turn. Do it. Like, we would both get up, then we'd both be standing there while one of us changing her. Like, I feel like so many people put it in my head that it was gonna be this way, and they put it in your head that it was gonna be this way, and then like.
And then when it wasn't that way, we were like, huh.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe baby number 2 will, like, be, you know, a lot harder. Maybe baby number 2 won't sleep through the night, and, you know, then we'll experience that. But
at least for now, it's been good. Like, I think the hardest part was, like, I felt bad because there is so much blood, blood. And I'm not like, it doesn't bother me like that, but like constantly seeing that, I was like, oh my god, she's dying. I was like, she's gonna die and I'm gonna have to take care of this thing by myself. Like, it's so much blood. And I mean, like, she got these Freedom Mom postpartum kit.
Yeah, oh my god, that stuff was a blessing.
Yeah, because the hospital underwear was just like lace, like fishnet.
Yeah, and like they were nice, but I prefer the Freedom Mom disposable underwear. It was amazing. They fit nice, they were way more comfortable, and their ice pack pads, lifesaver.
Yeah, you just crack them.
Because it was sore down there, and those just like...
And the witch hazel.
Instant relief. Oh yeah, the witch hazel wipe pad thingies.
That you just put on the ice
pack. Yeah, you put on top of the ice pack. It just... The combination of all that was like heaven.
I think that's what helped her heal so fast, was like... Yeah. She did the dermablast, the witch hazel, the ice packs. Just constant stuff to help rejuvenate the skin down there, I guess.
Yeah, and just help with the swelling. Because like I kept forgetting that, like, and even now being 4 months postpartum, like there's still, like if I try to move something heavy with my leg, I'll still feel some form of soreness down there. And I forget, like after having her, that left like a wound in my body, like this big. So
probably bigger than that.
Yeah, maybe a little bigger than that. She was a big baby. Like, it wasn't like she weighed an insane amount. She was just really long. Like, I still don't understand how she fit in there.
Well, her feet were over her head and all cranked up in there.
But they say it takes like a full year to really heal everything.
Which is, I mean, if you think about it, that's really fast.
That is. It goes by quick.
Like the trauma that was caused, like it's a lot for a woman to go through, and then you think about a year, that's quick. Like, I mean, it may not sound quick, but like years go by so fast now. Like we've been together for 2 years Those were fast.
Very.
Those were really fast. We did a lot in those 2 years. So like.
And I feel like time moves even quicker now that she's here.
Absolutely.
Because like watching her grow before our eyes, it's like time flies. But yeah, we're running out of things to say. I don't even know if we really stayed fully on track with what this video was originally about. We just kind of went over all the bases and kind of gave a 4 months postpartum update and just update on like where we're at, where Grayson's at.
Well, Grayson's not quite 4 months, but pretty close.
She'll be, we already said, but 4 months, November 10th.
Talks, when she cries, she goes, Mom, Mom.
Yeah, okay. The first time she did that, I was like, I swear to God, she just said, Mom. And then she didn't do it again. And then now when she cries, she goes, Mom, 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 Mom. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm here, baby, I'm here. Yeah, she's babbling more and making different vowel sounds.
She talks.
And using her tongue more when she babbles.
If you say something, she'll copy everything, dude. Like, I'll sit there and like, and she'll go.
Yeah, she mimics a lot, which is really cute and very good.
Yeah, she's really smart. She's ahead of everything. Head size, body length.
Yeah, she's a big baby. Yes, you are.
Whenever she wakes up, she's so funny because she's just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like she just stares at you like, what were you guys doing while I was sleeping?
It's the funniest when like she's napping and then she wakes up in a different area, like whether we put her in her swing or in the stroller or whatever. She'll wake up and just be like, how the heck did I get here?
But anyway. I think we totally went off topic.
We did.
But
yeah, we can't help it.
Yeah, we're kind of sporadic thinkers.
We'll do another video like this maybe in 6 months to say like just how much has changed and
what is Grayson doing now, what we're doing now.
And maybe we'll also do it like a Q&A too, so that we can answer whatever questions you guys have.
Yeah, because I
feel like that makes it easier.
Yeah.
We know exactly what to say and we can keep on track.
Because like we stay on a course, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
You guys get
You get the gist.
The gist.
Alright.
She keeps stealing my vocabulary.
I say gist. Okay guys, thanks for watching and hi.
She's up.
We will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. You're so cute. Oh my God. Okay, bye guys.